Again, Todd McFarlane here, providing commentary about the Oregon standoff trial in Federal District Court, downtown Portland, Oregon. Today was the first real day of the trial with opening statements by the 7 defendants in the case. And as we listen to those opening statements, I think one thing that comes through loud and clear is how the government has attempted to take a one-size-fits-all approach with these defendants that just doesn't really work. You've got defendants in that group of 7 who are all over the spectrum. You've got Ammon and Ryan Bundy, who are considered to be kind of the leaders of that occupation, if you will. And then you've got people on the other side of the spectrum, including Ken Medenbach, for example, Neil Wampler, Jeff Banta. Jeff Banta was just there for 1 or 2 days before Ammon Bundy and Ryan Bundy were arrested. He ended up being one of those that stayed to the very end. But like his attorney pointed out, he didn't engage in any of the acts that had occurred when the occupation happened at the outset. He didn't engage in any kind of threats or force or intimidation of any kind whatsoever. By the time he was there, he and the Andersons and David Fry actually moved out of the refuge buildings. They were in a little camp of their own. They were very scared about leaving. They thought that they might be killed by the FBI, like Lavoy Finicum had been. So they were attempting to do everything they could to operate within the law, but also to protect themselves. So you've got a wide variety of facts with respect to the individual defendants. Same thing with respect to Neil Wampler, for example. He didn't show up until later, left early, had a completely different agenda. He was basically a cook. He was there in a support role. As his attorney, Lisa Maxfield, pointed out, she did a great job not only explaining his background, but also talking about some of the fundamental issues that caused him to go there in the first place. And one of those is the fact that he lives in a rural area of Northern California. And of course, in Northern California, if you haven't followed this, there's the whole State of Jefferson movement, which Neil Wampler is a big supporter of. And one of the biggest reasons he supports that, and a lot of people do, is because they don't feel like rural people really have any voice in government. And he felt like this was kind of symptomatic of that whole thing. So I'll try to summarize some of the other opening statements as well.